remote on, master, slave. Today we're building a daily driver made from scrap, dual motor with 2 BLX system in one. And oh, someone made me that. I couldn't track your name. Thank you so much for being amazing. How do you know where I live, by the way? Many have commented on the videos that there's not enough of me in them. They said, we want to see Raz Shifrin. And then Raz Shifrin, which is me. I said, okay. Being that I'm a solid 6, you might regret it. We shall now begin. What a piece of art that thing is. Bob, a good friend of mine, the owner of PPS, which stands for Particle Pressure Solutions. He made these. Oh man, let me tell you. So it comes in a kit. I can do it all day. You take one of those gold provided Allen key, black ones. You put the grab screw, then you lock. Kind of like that.
I've been dreaming on in my head like I've seen it. A life worth living is a life with meaning.
All right, beautiful. So there's that. Now, what do we actually gear that? So this is a daily basher, right? A daily driver, a basher, but I still want it to be like 100, 110 mile an hour car while being efficient and durable, having 2 motors, of course, 2 systems. You know what? Actually, what if we do something a little crazy and use just a normal differential? Obviously, I'm going to change that to 1 million. We already did rear 1 million, front 1 million. It will be a lot more forgiving and fun to drive on a daily use with a normal diff. And then the 2.8 transfer ratio, 100 millimeter for wheels, 6S, but we have a little bit of a voltage drop. Probably put 2 like 30 pinion, 31 pinion, 31 tooth. And it's gonna be a nice, durable daily driver that does 110 miles an hour. Brilliant. Let's do the diff real quick. All right, so 1 million weight is done on the diff, and of course we're going to install Perfect Pass carbon fiber drive shafts. Guys, if you still don't know about the Perfect Pass carbon fiber drive shafts for all the Armas, you should. By far, the best drive shaft you can put on this car. Takes all the vibrations, it's strong enough, it's super light. It's just a win-win all around. So most of my subscribers already know about them, but if you don't, get yourself some and you'll be happy, because that's the best game in town right now for those Armas. Right, so the ESCs are kind of in place. The problem is, I wanted to put the batteries here, something like so. The problem is that those carbon fiber pieces by Scorch, they're amazing if you have a normal setup battery and whatnot, because they're a little bit flimsy. The only thing that holds these in place is those little 2 strips, and it's kind of flimsy in there. I think what I'm going to end up doing is get rid of all this nonsense, and then disconnect these, probably put the carbon fiber on the chassis itself and drill new holes and everything, and then it's sturdy, and then it's going to sit a little bit more inside also and onto the floor, so the center of gravity is a little bit lower, and that's it. And then I'm going to put one here, one on the other side, and take it from there. Yeah, let's do that. Sucks, but gonna have to do it. So this is the old stock version of how those little carbon fiber pieces sits. And this is what I did. So if you notice, the fender sits a little bit more inwards. I can probably, this is the stock, this is my version. I can probably extend these and whatnot, but I think that's good enough. When it comes to the rear, same dealio. But now they're super, super sturdy, and you can actually put a battery on this one. Both sides are done. Now we're going to do some batteries. Now I'm going to teach you a nifty little trick. So say you have a fan wire just like this one. Now fan wires are notorious to make a build look disgusting. So versus having nice just 3 wires or whatnot for your motor, you have like a fan wire on it or whatnot. Usually sensor wire are doing exactly the same. So I'm going to teach you a little trick. Now this trick my buddy Shahar taught me. And then only once it's completely wound in, just like so, you actually apply some heat gun. So let me show you how that looks. Be careful, do not melt the wires, obviously. Just a little bit of heat gun, and then it pretty much stays like that. And this is how that stays. And we're finally done. Let me tell you, that actually ended up being a beautiful build. So I reversed both motor directions, no mesh yet, just because I wanted those wires to actually be aligned and, you know, just being cute, you know? I put both switches here, master and slave. Nice. By the way, this is a prime opportunity to actually demonstrate what an AVC does. So it pretty much reduces throttle as you lose control. And it actually works with the gyro that is in the Spectrum receiver. So let's turn on both of these. And then beautiful. And then a little bit of throttle just to engage AVC. Now it works. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the throttle trim just so you guys can visualize it better. That's it. And now I'm not touching the remote anymore. Now everything is done from the receiver. right, so I found a little test spot here. I think for 100 miles an hour, about that should be good enough. Track, start, remote on, master, slave. So what I really want to see is between 100 to 110, not more. That will show me that this is a good, stable, durable 100 mile an hour basher. Faster than I wanted it to be. It seems that way. Stop, read. Yeah, so 115 miles an hour. I want to be able to do 100 miles an hour all day long. Just 100 miles an hour runs all day long. We blew a hoon. Yeah, it's just a little bit too much. If you guys were to build the same, I would probably recommend like 3 teeth less in each pinion. So probably like a good, I don't know, like a 28 and a normal differential. We blew this tire right here. Still a very fast car and fun. Let's check temperatures. It's hot. It's not super hot, but it's hot. I really do believe that if you guys build the same, I would probably go with normal diff. That's fine, million, but probably like a 27, 28 pinions versus the 31. I think that's what I would do. Keep it like 105-ish mile an hour daily basher. That's what I would do. Thanks for joining. Consider subscribing, liking, and smashing the bell. If you want to see a really crazy dual motor car, check out this video right here.